a final decision or a review, in much the same way that planning applications can, in certain circumstances, be referred by ward councillors to the planning committee. So I hope we can approve this tonight. It will make the streets of Woking safer for people who use licensed taxis within the borough. Thank you.
Thank you. Any further speakers? Councillor Javed. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I luckily had a chance a year before to be in the licensing committee, and I do have a little first-hand information around licensing. So there is an input that I like to share in light of the recommendation that has been made. And I understand maybe it's to save time and restructure due to performance or optimization reason. But then we want to mind the taxi licensing process and the need for that, and the community or the category of that segment that we cater through that licensing committee. I already have been in discussion when I was in the committee and even after, because I'm being approached by the residents, and I notice a gap in the communication, a lot of times. So what we're saying here in this report is making the officers, designated officer or team, independent of the committee to, have the remit to decide whether they think it's all right to issue a license or not. And if they decided to reject something, they will then refer it to the director, strategic director, or to the committee. But my concern in that case, and it's a very, I'd say, underprivileged segment, people working very hard, people very committed. Sometimes they go through very complicated issues that require a little care and consideration, and not just a robotic approach to, kind of use parameters to qualify or disqualify. There has to be that human element. And secondly, another point, that this is one, I would say, a category or a vertical for Woking Borough Council that helps us generate income, have facilitation, and I think that the segment or the sector deserve respect and dedication. My only fear, and which is for you guys to note, analyze, and then comment, or perhaps dig on, that if we were to, firstly, we've had another way of dealing with licensing all this time, and once again, why are we proposing this now? And what if we go without adopting this? Because how about we protect that segment and from being neglected? And that's the least we can do in a sensitive scenario, and then keep their bread going. Because there was a case that I'm working with, and I'm happy to expand with any one of you after the meeting, that, and some other, that when the people are, have worked hard to gain, and they have mortgages and their income and their entire family depends on it, there are approaches we can take which are human, sensitive, and logical in a different way when we bring them to committee than just leaving it on a table for an officer who's not even connected to that sector or that application per se. So this is my request. If we can add sensitivity to the understanding and review it with all-inclusive approach than just, the recommendation. Thank you.
Thank you. Councillor Barker.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I'd